Hey, thank you for coming by, Tory Magoo 44. For anyone that doesn't like me saying that, which is someone from my last video, sorry. I've been saying it too long to not say it. It's just part of the beginning of my videos. So thank you for coming. I really, really mean that. I love it that you guys come and you have comments and you have feelings about this. This is an intense subject today. It has to do with Scientology. I've spoken about it since 2000. But now, thank goodness, Leah is doing her shows and she's doing a second series on A&E, and she just interviewed these two children about suicide. And it's intense. I mean, it's just unbelievable to the Church of Scientology, to the church, which it's a cult, but okay, they call themselves a Church of Scientology, that they will put people, especially children, in a position where they cannot see a therapist, they cannot take any medical medicine that they need, that they might need for a condition that they have. They won't recognize that they have a condition, and yet they insist they don't have medical abuse. I am here to say, number one, as far as medical abuse, you absolutely do. And I'm a witness of that, having had epilepsy and fought you for 30 years about my medicine. Okay, I finally ended up getting the entire Flagland base corrected, crammed on medicine. Obviously, that didn't hold up. But the point is, it did at least for a little while, and I saved a few people's lives, myself included. Okay, so I finally left, and probably a big part of it was your medical abuse. Part of it is these people who've taken their own lives. I now know personally 4 Scientology young men who took their own lives. I mean, very awful. And I know 14, now 15 as of last night, families whose parents, they're parents of children who've taken their own lives. I mean, it's awful. And some of these people are staying in Scientology. I mean, what are you thinking of? I just can't believe it. Philip Gale jumped out of a 15-story window saying he needed therapy. And his mother is still saying she's a Scientologist and kind of like, oh, Phil, that's just the way he is. You know, putting up the Einstein's theory of relativity and then jumping out a window. That's Phil. You know, yeah, that's really funny. That's really, really cute. I mean, it's amazing to me, Scientology, that you have not changed anything. I mean, you were here trying to slime Leah. You made me the president of the Scientology Parishioners League. I didn't hear about it. I didn't read it on a bulletin. I did it, okay? The vice president of the Church of Scientology made me the president of the Scientology Parishioners League, which was the first time, I'd like to note, I ever heard any members being called parishioners, right? That was the beginning of that. That was in 1999, right? And she said, we've got to be creating a better religious image. Okay, so we're the Scientology Parishioners League, and what was our job? To handle any black PR on L. Ron Hubbard. That was it, right? And we're all kind of like what? And A&E back then was going to come out with a thing on cults and information about cults. And who was in the middle of this little thing that they had? David Miscavige and the Church of Scientology, right? And she said, get it off. And I'm like, what am I going to do? They're not going to take it off because of me. She said, call them, bug them, harass them. This is the vice president of the Church of Scientology told me to do that. And I did. She said, email them, call them, tell them, get it off. That's it. She said, I want it off in 24 hours. That's how they roll. And 24 hours later, she called me. She said, get over here. Get everybody over here. And everybody was 4 people. We were the Scientology Parishioners League, right? And, okay, we go over there. I think we're in trouble because it didn't happen. She turns on the little clip. They've taken it off. And it was like, holy shit. Now, probably behind the scenes, the attorneys were probably threatening them or something. Maybe it was just us. I don't know. But I do know they get people to send in letters like they're doing about Leah, how awful she is, how she's this, she's that. And they're just people like me who are brainwashed. They don't know any facts at all. They can't know about these suicides. They can't know about any of the people that have spoken out. They don't know about it. If they hear about it, if they do know about it, Scientology's got a book, usually, on the people. Like Leah, it's probably like this, of she did this, she did that. How could you possibly be supporting someone like that? And then they're like, well, yeah, I guess you're right. And their doubt formula is you're either here or you're there. That's it. You know, you've got to decide. So in their world, in the Scientology Truman Show, you're either with Leah or you're against her. That's it. There's no in between. There's no let me watch it and make up my own mind. No. You know you don't have that Scientology. You can say you do, but you know you don't. And I know you don't. And everybody out here, we know you don't. Right? You have to keep people in the dark. Because if they see any light, just like me, it was like a pinhole in this blackness. It was a pinhole of me going, wow, maybe what these critics have been telling me is true. Right? Hello. I told you this when I was in, and I've told you for 17 years now, are creating your own enemies over and over and over. And by trying to slime Leah and Mike, who are putting on shows about the truth, about experiences that people have experienced, you are creating more enemies. That's all that's happening. And you can't write enough lies about us to get people to not believe us. Because we're speaking from truth. And truth will always win. You know that. It's just you can't face it. But you better. I've been telling you forever. TikTok time is on our side. And it is. So thank you to every single person, especially those two young women speaking out about that tragedy, those tragedies of the suicides. Awful. I'm so sorry about that. I really am. It's just heart-wrenching. It's awful. It's one of those things that just should never, ever happen, certainly within an organization being called a church. Okay? They're not a church. They're a flat-out business making money on this, period. And the people that are supporting them are in the dark. Come out of the dark, face the light, look, learn both sides. That's it. And have a wonderful weekend. Aside from all of that, I hope you all have a great weekend. This is my last video of the summer of 2017 for the summer. For me, to me, the summer ends on Labor Day. That's it. And Labor Day is next weekend. So there you go. It was a fun summer for me. I got my hair colored purple, and my nails are done, and I'm ready to party, and I'm all better, and I'm having a good time. And I hope you are too. I love you. Thank you. Bye-bye.